on the line, if you could introduce
Des, Netanyahu Tuddenham. He's performing a show at the festival, but because it's Southern FM Community Radio, we can't say the title of the show.
No. Do you have any other versions of titles for the show there, Des?
None whatsoever. But before I
You
go
only
on,
go by one title. That's it.
no, there's no point censoring yourself. As soon as you do, you start saying a whole bunch of stuff that you didn't realise should be censored, and then you get censored again, and the next thing you know, you're America. So
Or defamation, though they are watching us, so it's hard to say in terms of
before I continue to plug the derivative crap that I will be peddling on Saturday night at the Festival of Critical Comedy at 8 p.m. Please come down. Tickets are free. No invoices for your wasted time accepted. Now, can I just address the public service announcement about organ and tissue donation? I just want to clarify a few things for your listeners. Mistakes I've made in the past. Organ donation, they don't like those ones with all the pipes that you have to pump with your feet and that played at the local church. That's not the organs they're looking for. I found that out when I went down to donate my organ.
What organ? Oh,
and
okay.
also tissues, they're not the ones that you chucked in the bin after you had that bout of COVID. They don't want those ones either. So just in case anyone's thinking of donating those tissues and that sort of organ, that's out.
Wow, that's really clear, isn't it? And that
I'd
could
like
be
to
quite
make that-
controversial, the whole organs and tissues.
You could go into
Very,
the
very,
things you could
very
say.
hot politically.
But it's great to be back on Southern FM, named after the footballer Danny Southern. Ironically, Southern FM is based in the southeast suburbs of Melbourne, yet Danny Southern played all of his football for Footscray, soon to become the Western Bulldogs. Older listeners will remember the great head of hair that Danny Southern had and the many faces he punched quite willingly playing football back in the day when football was a game played by men only.
Yes, it is quite transformative, isn't it? That whole landscape of sport, isn't it? You would have seen a lot even in your time, Des. You know, now
I've seen a lot of sport in my time.
Sport. Yeah, with females.
Now, the Tism song you were playing, I just need to mention, I actually knew the DJ about that who that song was written. He was a lot more talented than Tism let on. They were terrified. They went to that party with me. I was in that band for one gig. I was so appalling, they booted me out for being too shit.
Oh, I think too creative. Well, you didn't get enough organ and tissue.
Well, we donated a lot of organs and a lot of tissues, but that was back in the day when they accepted those sorts of instruments down. They were different times. Only men played football. Nobody got all bureaucratic with you when you turned up with your Yamaha organ and said, hey, you can think this can save someone's life? Of course it can. Music saves lives.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Comedy
digress.
can save lives as well.
Well, yeah, so can organs. But I remember being at that party and that DJ, like they bagged him out in that song a lot, but they were secretly envious of his skills. He could mix a song, you're not going to believe this, at 45 BPM, he could mix a song together with a song that was going at 180. You know why? Because if you divide 180 by 4, what do you get? 45. What were the revs per minute that records used to be played at when you bought them from a record store back in the days when men played football and you could donate organs to the hospital? 45. These were the numbers that spooked them. And his name wasn't Trevor, it was Barry. But, I mean, you know, creativity being what it was, that's what the boys did with that. And it turned out to be absolute rubbish. We all agreed at the time. So we released it with glee.
Yeah, and in terms of comedy, we're just looking at the power of comedy. You know, what purpose does comedy play today in a technologically AI-driven world for you, Des?
None whatsoever. I can't believe the absolute tripe that people pump out that they call comedy in this day and age. They said that the internet would democratise art. It's ruined it. It's ruined it.
Yeah, so you're not going on the AI machines.
I hear about these comedians that complain about how hard it is to pump out content day after. We don't want it, but they pump it out because they reckon it gives them profile, and some of them end up selling tickets. Comedy is irrelevant. It does nothing for anyone by and large. It provides a few free endorphins. You can get that by visiting any corner of any dodgy pub in any inner city venue in this town.
Yeah, but it
you
has
don't
a lot
have
less
to listen
character, though, doesn't it?
to some what?
It has a lot less character, you know. Comedy adds some spontaneity.
Have you met a comedian? Oh, geez, obviously not. By the way, you mentioned Greg Fleet. I hope he's there. I hope he shows up for this show, because the last time I was at a venue in Geelong, down at the Geelong Comedy Festival, and I was asked to fill in because he didn't show up. So I hope he shows up, because he still owes me at least $70.
You might want to get your second costume ready.
I'll go down there with one of those card readers.
Look, you can just pump out anything. In fact, I was reading like a song on Sumo. I basically saw it in real time. Lyrics can happen 4 seconds. You can produce a show in another 20 or 30.
One of the things that makes my new album, my debut album that's a bit coming out soon, when I can find someone to put it, when I can work out how the internet works, when I get this released,
it's good you're on a technology
my
show.
new album, which the working title of it is Burning the Todd Bridges of James Madison County. That's the name of my album. And I can guarantee, and this is frightening, in order to make it as ordinary as it is, I played all of the instruments on it, including the drum machine.
Wow,
which
instrument did you play the best, if any?
The tin whistle. And that wasn't very good. An Irish guy said to me, "What you doing with eyes?" I didn't understand what he meant.
So you're sort of talking about the irrelevance of comedy, but let's just focus on you, because we're like tying up the show now. So last words from you in terms of, okay, so comedy could be irrelevant is what you're sort of saying, but has it been transformative for you, and is it critical for you? Where do you stand with it?
It's transformed me into the pedestrian artist that I am today. And if you come down to the Melbourne Peace Unitarian Church, the ironically titled venue in which I will be performing some of the most profane and offensive material that you will have probably ever seen
wow, so
in
you
your
might
poor...
be the comedian of the common people, and you've got a very important message there. Thank you so much.
I do. Come and see it.
We've got to hear from Maria. So in terms of transformation and comedy, last words, Maria.
I just feel sorry for Des's agent. God. All the information is on the Eventbrite.
Okay, so what Maria's going to say is that the festival will be transformative.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yeah.
That is the key word there.
I just pull on your table here.
I hope I've been ducked out.
Duck him out.
You haven't...